Hey everyone, my name is Matt and welcome to the channel where we talk about everything DeFi from portfolio building to risk management and project finding. So on today's video, we're going to be talking about Degen Finance. It is a tomb fork on the Fantom Opera ecosystem. There's so many interesting things going on within this project. And this is not a sponsored video. I didn't even reach out to the team, but the links will be down in the description if you guys do want to check this project out. So Degen Finance is a tomb fork within the Fantom Opera ecosystem. We know that within the last week, Fantom has taken a really massive hit due to a liquidation that happened with one of their whales, pretty much using Fantom to collateralize a ginormous loan. It got liquidated and flooded the market, crashing the price. The bots went at it. They attacked each other for a solid day and a half. That's why the network was down, but we're back up again and the price has recovered pretty decently well. So we're going to be talking about this. And pretty much what's interesting about Degen Finance is it does not peg to a native asset like Fantom, for example. It's pegging to the actual tomb. So here we have tomb and Degen liquidity pools. That's what we're going to be focusing on in today's video. And just like any other tomb fork, the whole thing revolves around ensuring peg is at bay. So they have their mortary and then they also have their D-bonds. Those are pretty much just ways to ensure the peg is stable. The one thing that caught my eye about this project, the APR on this is absolutely insane. We're looking at 629%. Last night it was around 700% APR. You know, it doesn't really get much better than that. If we're looking at APR to APY calculators, we're whipping these out again. We're looking at, what is it? 630%. 630%. 630%. Compounded weekly is 38,000%. That's a 38x on your money. Obviously, you're not going to be holding on to this project for that long. I'm holding on to it for maybe a month. We'll see how it goes, and then I'll get out of there with my gains. But obviously, hedging my bets by, taking profits on all of my plays here. Cool. They have their Dshares in USDC, which is also really printing 750%. As well as your wrapped Fantom. If you really want, you can stake it for 65% APR, which turns out to around, I think, like 100 and something percent APY. Once again, remember that there's a 1% deposit fee within the wrapped Fantom. You can also just, single stake Degen. You can definitely single stake your Degen for a very, very nice APR compared to really any other projects you've seen around here. Let's look into their docs really quick. They have all of the information here, but one main thing that I really want to touch on within this is their new project that they're launching. This is a Titano fork, so essentially it's just going to be a stupidly high APR. There isn't really too many, interesting things about it. However, it's just a driving factor to where we can see this project go in the future. This is a very big proponent, in my opinion, to the project's success for one main reason. So we have 1.6 million TVL. If we're looking over here at the Dshare's market cap, it's only at $2 million, sitting at $100,000 worth of liquidity. Okay. If we see a massive jump in people looking into this project's ecosystem through this Titano fork, there is a possibility that this market cap can go extremely high just based on the fact that there's more exposure to their tomb fork in general. And last thing is the mortary. This is where you're going to see insane gains if you're able to get in during the Degen token is above peg. Yesterday, it was at 1.7 thousand. It prints 3.2% a day. No biggie. That's crazy. Okay, I just wanted to point that out. Yeah, they have an area where they have their strategy board, if you will. I'm not really a big fan of following these. To each their own. Everyone can do what they want, but I'm not a big fan. My strategy within these projects is I'm just going to go into the graveyard and provide some liquidity into this because I like the impermanent loss factor of this project. If you really want, you can hop into this USDC pool, make some extra gains off of it. However, I'm just going to be hopping into here. And then what I do from here is I take around 50% or so, kind of depending on my mood and how the actual Dshare token is doing. And I'm going to take that out and put it to the side as my gains. And then I'm going to reinvest that extra 50%, obviously swapping my Dshares for USDC or, another asset, just so I can secure the profits. Or what you can do is you can just hold on to these suckers and wait for the value to appreciate, and then sell off. Then another thing that you can do is what I'm going to be doing is heading over to the Mortary when we're above peg and just slapping, you know, some of my D shares into here. 1100% APR. You really can't beat that. 3% a day. That is pretty much it for the overview of this project. We're just going to get into how to actually provide liquidity here. All you need to do is head over to Spooky Swap. The links are on the actual homepage. So all you got to do is just click buy DGen. Pretty much you need to have Tomb already, and then you need to swap 50% of it for DGen. If you don't have Tomb yet, just go to this here and do FTM to Tomb. Swap pretty much max and then leave some FTM for transaction fees and gas. And then from there, all you have to do, once again, is head over to the DGen swap. Swap for DGen, you know, just click I understand, and then swap 50% of your Tomb for 50% of your 50% DGen. And then the last thing you need to do, you can close these off right here. You go to your liquidity pool, which would be in your graveyard. You click stake, and then you click provide liquidity. Click max and max. Click supply. It will give you a check mark once you confirm the transaction. Head over to here, click approve DGen Tomb LP, and then after it confirms, you're going to see a plus and minus button. Click the plus button, add your liquidity tokens into here, and click approve. So that is going to be it for today's video. Once again, if you guys did enjoy this, make sure you guys go ahead and drop a like on it, and I'll see everyone next time. Peace.